One, just turn the light on now. Oh god, that's the sun more than the light. Okay, I think that's all set. Put a comment in the chat now if you can hear me. Just going to read this tank light as well, make it bright so it's not flickering in the background. Right, can everyone hear me? Hello, you're right, mate. Nice to see you in the chat. There you go. I think that's a good angle. Probably this. I think that looks like a good angle, yeah. Well, we've got 3 people in the chat so far, so welcome to the stream, or should I say the live. And today's live, there you go. Welcome, Salient. Nice to see you in here. If you don't know, Salient has been subscribed to the channel since early days. Thanks for the like as well, I appreciate it. So, yeah, as you can see in the background, that's the infamous tank that I've had for 5 years. Looks a little empty compared to what it has been. Yeah, I've uploaded a short showing what it looks like at the moment. I've left a couple comments here and there telling people what's going on with the tank, but whilst we're here, yeah, that is a fluval flex, just to let you know, but it isn't the usual fluval flex. It is a 15-gallon, and I have customized it, so I've cut the back section out, so the normal filtration isn't there anymore. If you can probably see, I'll take it off tripod in a moment when there's more people in, but there is a canister filter on it, so the canister filter's there to, you know, deal with the bioload of the tank. So yeah, I've also got a fluval nano, I don't know the exact name of the light, but that's what's on top of it at the minute. So I've cut the original light out because that light died. The original filtration was doing my head in. I know a lot of people complain about it, and you can put a grid and sponge, but cutting the back section out allowed to have a lot more room in the tank, so that's what I've done to the tank, and in doing so I've got a lot more space, and in my opinion it looks a lot nicer. At the moment I'm kind of dealing with a bit of algae with the tank. The tank's going through a bit of a weird phase. Basically, I haven't said this obviously because I haven't had a video uploaded yet, but the Amano shrimp that I had in my tank, there is a tiny little gap where I've had to cut the pipe, cut the top of the lid to let the pipe go through. It is the tiniest gap going, and the Amano shrimp decided to climb out overnight, and I found it dried up the next day behind the back of the tank. It's unfortunate, but it's part of the hobby. I still do have 2 bamboo shrimp. One you've seen in a lot of shorts, the other one seems to be a lot more shy. I've only brightened the light up at the moment, so in the past I've been playing around with the lighting. I do have a timer, but the timer's I've recently found out in the past day or 2 that it's broken, so I'm gonna have to buy a new timer for the tank. And I'm also starting with CO2. I've had a canister that you can, like, you press the bottle and it lets it go in. I used to have one of them, didn't work out, the fish didn't like it, they started acting weird, and parameters were going a bit weird as well. So I'll show you what I've purchased online, if you give me a moment. So what I have is, it's currently setting at the moment, but it is called the Fluval System Bio, not Fluval, Tropica System Bio. It's a CO2 kit. Basically you can get different versions of these different brands. I trust Tropica. I'm not sponsored by them at all. I'd like to be one day, but I'm not there yet. I'm not nowhere near big enough, but basically you let this sit and it becomes like a jelly, and then you put activator on it and it'll last about like 2 weeks, and then you've got to like keep topping it up with activator. So currently this is what I'm using, well, what I'm going to be using. It'll be in my next video, so I'll be talking about this in my next video. It does come, it actually comes with like the full CO2 kit. So I've got this soaking at the moment because you have to leave this to soak, but this is the diffuser, so that is another thing that I've also got. That, so I've basically got a full CO2 kit, but it's like a budget one. I paid thank you very much, Salient, I appreciate it. Yeah, so it's a budget CO2 kit. I'm basically testing the waters. I'm going to see what it's going to do with the plants. The plants, I mean, as you can see in the background, they don't look bad at all. They're actually growing quite well. I've got root tabs, and I am using liquid CO2 to fight the algae off, but I'm also using a fertilizer. I'll get them out as well. I've got a lot of different things in my drawer underneath. So I'm using Profito Easy Life. It's a cheaper option for fertilizer, but it does well. It's a good fertilizer to use. I've also been using, as I said, the liquid carbon. Yeah, it's called Easy Carbo. You can get, again, this is just a brand that I've been using because I go to a place named Something Fishy, and this is like the line that they provide in their shop, and I've been going to that shop for over a year now. It's a really nice shop. The stuff that I've been using, Easy Carbo worked for a while, but with the death of my Amano shrimp, I've started to notice blackbeard algae. I have reduced the, or it's called algae in America. I've reduced the amount of time that the lighting's turned on, and I am currently, again, I've been dosing this. I've been using less light. I've lowered the light, and again, obviously with this kit here, this CO2 kit, we're going to see what this does as well. It isn't a massive issue, but some of the plants I've got in the tank are quite expensive. I'd prefer for them not to die. It seems like they're growing, but then the algae is like catching up with them as they're growing. So if I'm able to intercept it, I'm not trying to wipe it out. I'm not going to use loads of different chemicals. The Easy Carbo, I know, is fish safe. I've been using it for a while. Again, liquid fertilizer is perfectly fine. And again, this CO2 kit, we're going to find out how this does once we get there. But yeah, thank you for tuning into the live. I appreciate everyone joining in. It's nice to see some of the people that I talk to over the community section on YouTube. And it's great to be able to talk to you as well, like on a live. So I've got live comments rather than waiting for time zones to sort things out and stuff like that. Have I considered a 10-gallon? Yeah, so basically what I've done, Salient, is I think I explained it in my first like video that I've done. Underneath the sand is aqua soil, but I think it's fluval stratum, so it is like a dirted one underneath. I have had a full aqua soil tank where there was no sand capping it off. However, I had a lot of issues. It aged very quickly, so I was trying a different setup with this. I'm quite comfortable with how it is at the moment. I don't see any point ripping the sand up or ripping it out, so I'm just going to keep using root tabs, liquid fertilizer, liquid CO2 and normal CO2. Oh, welcome to the live, Vibes Aquatics. I've never seen you before. You may have come from Salient. I think, yeah, Salient knows you. So welcome to the live. It's nice to see a new face. Yeah, so as you can tell, I'm a little messy. I've been in work today. But yeah, basically what I'm talking about is just having like a general conversation with you guys in the chat, talking about the updates on the tank. So basically, as I said, I'm starting starting actual CO2, so we'll find out how that's going to look in the very near future. I hope that it increases the plant growth, because the only way in my mind, or how I've seen, is if the plants are able to outgrow the algae or the algae, then that lowers the chances. But we'll move on from that topic. It's just a minor issue going on with the tank. And thanks for subscribing as well, Vibes Aquatics. I appreciate you joining in. I see that we've now got 5 viewers in the stream, so thanks for joining in. I appreciate everyone tuning in. It's really nice to see some new faces and some old faces and friends. But yeah, as you can see in the background, you've got my tank. I do have a bowl that I'm not going to show on stream. It's not in the greatest condition. The shrimp are perfectly fine in there. It's basically an ecosystem that's looked after itself for a while. However, there's no lights. There's no plants. There was Java moss, but and alodia, but it just didn't really survive. The light wasn't great, so it was a light that was passed on to me by a family member, and it just hasn't really done well. When he passed it on to me, there was this algae that was growing on the glass, and it was really difficult and stubborn to be able to scrape off. And with it being a curved bowl, you have to use a razor, so I was trying for hours to get it off. In the end, I gave up. The shrimp are perfectly fine and alive in there. They haven't bred, so that's where I'm like, okay, I've got a video planned very soon with a friend of mine that's coming over from Canada. I'll keep it on the down low. You'll see it soon. But yeah, he's going to be coming over from Canada. He was originally from where I am in the UK, Liverpool, across the water. Yeah, to get some thumbs popping, get people coming into the stream. If you can share the stream to your community pages or to your friends or family, get them all in. I'd appreciate it. Any new faces, old faces, you're more than welcome to be in. But yeah, I'm gonna be sorting a new aquascaped bowl soon. So that's gonna be really nice. At the moment, I just have the one aquarium. I wish I had more. So this is what I mean. I've started the channel just based on one aquarium. On my channel, you'll get to see vibes that I uploaded an evolution of the tank. I started with a smaller one, went to this, and obviously with the living situation being at home, I'm not allowed anything else apart from what you're going to see soon. It's going to be an aquascape bowl with shrimp in, so that'll be a video coming soon. And there'll also be a video coming soon of my cousin's tank. I'm going to be aquascaping that, rescaping it. And it's going to look beautiful. He's kept many fish before. He's basically grew with me as I've learned, he's learned, but I've taught him everything I know and gave him the advice that I learned myself. If you're unaware, I used to work in an aquarium place, or an aquarium shop as known. Probably about 2 years ago now. On the channel there's a documentary for that channel, or for that shop. I have no ill feelings towards them. They're an independent business. They let me go, but life moves on. They're thriving at the moment. It's called Premier Aquatics, and I learned quite a lot from the guy named Steve. He was a great teaching source and learning source, and obviously that's where I developed a lot more knowledge when it comes to fish keeping, but also speaking to fish keepers and teaching people. I've done quite a few videos on that channel as well. But yeah, I'll get to reading the comments now. Sorry for ignoring you guys. So let's have a look. Favorite fish, how many aquariums? Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, as soon as I leave, as soon as I get my own place, trust me, Salient, trust me, I will 100% have many more tanks. I want to get a rack, I want to get a larger tank, I want to get smaller tanks, every tank size possible. I want way more tanks. At the moment, as I said, I've got this one tank. I'm very happy with it. I've had a lot of nice comments from you guys, and also people on Instagram and other platforms saying that they like the scape, they like the tank. I may as well show you live what the tank looks like. I'll have a little look. So let's see. You said favourite fish. I'll let you know. As you can see, I've got a ring light going there, but we'll turn the camera around to show you. So at the moment, I've turned the filter off just to keep it quiet, Actually, no, I haven't. I thought I did, but it's nice and quiet. I've done a lot of maintenance on the canister filter. As you can see, the top part of the tank is empty. I did have lamb chop rasboras. They were beautiful fish, adored them. But I come to the conclusion and the right decision to lower the stock in the tank. Now, in doing so, as you can see right here, these raccoon tetra, the Hyperfesson Procyon, I think they're called. I think I've actually nailed that for the first time ever. Gorgeous looking fish, as you can see. If you search them up online, they're quite an expensive fish. But in doing so, you're seeing a lot more natural behaviour. They're displaying. They're chasing each other, as you can see in the background right now. But yeah, basically I've got quite a high stock. It looks empty. I mean, there's my pistogram Hongshloy, my buddy. If you watch, I'll do this. I'll put, yep, he knows where the food comes from. Yeah, he knows exactly where food comes from. Yeah, they all know where the food comes from. Yeah, so I've got quite a lot of crips in there. I've got a crip flamingo. At the moment, it's white. It was the flamingo colour. I think the reason is that it's resettling, basically. I've moved it around, and hopefully where it is, it should grow out better. I've got all types of crips. I've got Hygrophila pinnatophyta that I'm trying to grow at the moment. It's attached to the wood. Again, as you can probably see, them little bits of algae here and there. I've got a red tiger lotus, and what happened with that red tiger lotus is I had it for a long time, and it decided to send a runner out, so I've replanted the runner over there. It looks like that is one plant, but there's actually a runner that I've planted, and it's its own plant. There is also a bulb for the red tiger lotus. Again, that's somewhere planted in the back. I've moved that round. But yeah, I'll show you some of the fish I've got. So at the moment, I've got this whiptail catfish. It's called like a chocolate whiptail, I believe. You've obviously got the Epistogramma Hongshloy, gorgeous fish. The raccoon tetra, they're all spread around the tank. They like to chase each other, group up. Anubius, yeah, I've got Nana Petite, Bartari, I think, and then the rest of the names I'm kind of clueless on. I've got a big Anubius there that I'm trying to regrow. I basically trimmed it down because it was huge and it was getting a lot of algae, as you can see again on some of the Anubius leaves. These are slower growing plants, so they're getting attacked by the algae. But I've also got myself some lovely Bucephalandra. I absolutely adore Bucephalandra, and it's actually for the first time since trying Bucephalandra with this new boost that I've put in. I haven't glued it in, or I have glued it in, but I've glued it in the right parts, and that bit, it's been tucked into the rock, and it seems to be growing really well. It's starting to pick up. But yeah, we'll just have a little look. We've also got an Amazon sword in the back there, 2 of them. Vallisneria in the back. So the idea with this plant setup at the moment, it's starting to happen, but with the CO2, I'm sure it's going to take off. The crips should start sending runners, growing out. The Vallisneria should grow over, and I'll have a wall of Vallisneria in the back, so that'll look really nice. It looks quite clean and empty at the minute, but trust me, there is quite a few fish in here. We've got Corydoras, gold laser Corydoras. They are hiding all in the back. You can probably see some of them, but they like the shade. They don't like the bright lights. We've got Stairby Corydoras. One of these tetras, by the way, you can probably see with that one that's just started back. It has a I think it is blind in one eye, and I noticed this maybe a month or 2 ago, but the fish is perfectly healthy. I think it's an older fish. It used to be the dominant male, I think I remember, because he was the big one. But as you know, in nature, some fish decide to take a backseat when it comes to dominance and stuff like that, but all the fish are well healthy. I'll show you some of the food I feed them as well. So I've got a lot of dry here. I do have frozen food, and I give live time to time. Again, that lovely beautiful centerpiece pisto. So these mini tabs, this is what you probably see in my YouTube short earlier. I have a mini snowball plaque. that loves these. The Corys love them. This guy especially, he's very greedy. Thanks for joining, Vibes. I'll see you later. Yeah, you were going to ask a question, Salient. I'll go back to myself and keep the tank in the background. If you want to see it again, I will pan over to it again, but we'll keep moving anyway. Righty-ho. My hair's like a mess at the moment. As I said, I've been at work today, so yeah. Well, it was about what food? Yeah. Okay, right. There you go. See, okay. So, I feed a variety of foods. I feed fluval bug bites. I don't know why. The fish in my tank aren't too keen on it. I don't know why. In the past, other fish that I've kept in loved bug bites, but they're not so keen on it. So I do each day change what I feed. So some days I'll feed bug bites, other days I'll feed flake, and then again, obviously, I mix in the frozen and the live food. The mini tab, this is like more of a meatier pellet. It's great for the bottom feeders, great for the Corys and the Plecos. Well, the mini snowball, because it's a high pancistrus, so they prefer meatier foods. I'll also go over here. So this is just the standard flake that you get in the UK, in one of the more popular brands. It's called Aquarian Flake. It's a good flake to use. The fish love this. I fed the fish already today with a block of Daphnia, and here's the thing: I feed the fish once a day, so I don't overfeed them. I've had issues, obviously, early in the hobby, and learnt my lesson that you don't overfeed your fish. So right now, what I'm gonna do, you're probably gonna see. I'll show you real quick. Little feeding of flake, because the fish absolutely love fish flake. So let me just turn that around. Here you go, straight away. By the way, this is the funniest thing about this male epistogramma. He is meant to be a bottom feeder, and he loves eating off the top. I don't know why. Maybe he's been raised on flake or floating foods, but yeah, he eats on all levels. But as you can see, he's the guy to start eating, and then the tetras have now all got riled up. They're all ready to get whatever falls down. I may as well turn the air pump up real quick to make that flake spread around the tank. The great thing about this, I don't need to worry too much about giving food that'll spread all over the tank, because I've got so many different bottom feeders that I know that if it isn't being eaten, it's going to the bottom feeders. I know that isn't a good mentality, but with the size of the tank, obviously, again, as you're just seeing, Pandagara, whiptail catfish. I've got 2 plecos that live inside this wood. 3 gold laser Corys. Used to have 6, but I had a wipeout a few years ago. But these 3, the original 3 that I bought, I've got 1 male, 2 females, I think. I also have, again, I think it's the same ratio, 1 male, 2 females when it comes to the stir-by. They're hardening the back as well. This whiptail's a bit goofy. He kind of like flails around until he like finds a place for the food. Oh, see, there you go. Gold lasers poking the heads out. As you probably know, or if you don't know, gold laser Corydoras are a very shy species of Corydora. They come out when eaten, but it's the same with the mini snowball black. As soon as I get probably to here, they dart away. But I'll give you another update as well. So the lamb chop rasboras that I were keeping, I'll update I'll give this information in my next tank update, which will be coming soon. Obviously, I lowered the stock. It's already highly stocked. It looks like it isn't, but trust me, it is. There's 6 Corydoras in there, whiptail catfish, Pandagara, 2 plecos, bamboo shrimp, 7 tetras, male epistogramma, 3 coolie loaches. So, oh, and I forgot as well, 2 hara catfish. So I'll move on to answering questions, because again, this is kind of a Q&A. I've kind of been talking about the tank. I can't get lost in my own thing, but I'll finish off by saying the lovely fella Jim from Jim from Pet Aqua, the fish shop tour that I done not long ago, I handed him the lamb chopper Asboras, and basically he refused to take them off me for free. And in doing so, when I went there to get some new filter medium, because I'm upgrading the media inside the canister filter, he gave me not one. I actually thought he gave me one, but I've just discovered, yeah, 2 nice bags of filter floss. But yeah, I'm gonna fold this up now. I'm gonna turn this back around for you guys, and I'll start answering your questions. So you were saying if there was one fish that I'd be allowed to keep for the rest of my life, and it'd just be the one. That is a very hard question. I'll be honest with you, Salient. It had to. I'm so stuck because I'm biased as well, because I really adore this male Epistogramma. He's very peaceful. He doesn't bother any of the other fish at all, and he's got stunning colours. And when I first got him, I was like, but he's grew on me over time, and I absolutely love him. However, I used to keep Pelvichromis taeniatus lobae, and that's Latin. If you're fish keeping, you may know, you may not know. They're a rarer type of crebensis, and basically, I adored them. They were so colourful. I wish I was making videos when I kept them. The behaviour was so good. They did kind of push the bottom feeders around, but they weren't aggressive with them. Like, they weren't attacking them. They just pushed them away or chased them away. But I think at this moment in time, I'll break it down in like centerpiece and schoolfish. This male Epistogramma, I would love to live forever. That's so. At the moment, in this current moment in time, the one fish that I would like to. Oh, there you go. Welcome to the stream, Aqua Visitor Escapes. Sorry, I didn't want to butcher your name. I know we've got a collab coming up. So if you don't know, Aqua Visitor Escapes, me and him, we've got a collab coming up soon. We're going to be aquascaping a tank. And he's a lovely fellow. We've been having back and forths. He lives in Canada. He used to live not too far away from where I am. He's going to visit his dad, and in that time we're going to be aquascaping a bowl with shrimp, and it's going to be a great video and a great collab. But we'll continue on answering these questions. So the one centerpiece fish I will keep in this moment in time, because I'm very biased and because of what I've got, this male Epistogramma I would not swap out for anything at the moment. There's so many fish that I love and adore, but this fish, he's so personable. I've kept beta fish before, and beta fish is very personable, but he follows me around. My girlfriend was over the other day. I was working out and doing push-ups, and he was following me around the tank and watching me. He sat there in the corner tank watching me, and then when I moved over, he'd follow me around. I know that it's a fish, and you feed them, and they know where the food comes from, and they follow you around, but centerpiece fish that I keep at the moment, him. Schoolfish, the raccoon tetra, just beautiful, stunning. I know there's rummy nose barb of, so it's not a rummy nose tetra, but it's like, I think it's called the Asian rummy nose barb. It's got like an orange head with like a blue body. That's a fish that I'd like to keep at some point. Looks stunning. I also... So I'd say coolie loaches are a staple. I love the mini snowball plexo. I'll say this at the moment. All the fish that I've got at the moment are what I'd like to keep. But if there was one fish that I keep forever, I can't. There's so many things in my head of like fish that I want to keep, that I have kept, and that I am keeping. It's a difficult answer. Would you consider making a mod for your channel? So here's the thing. At the moment, the channel's obviously still growing. It's still building up. I feel like I'm doing all right, keeping in touch with people in the community, keeping in touch with the comments and speaking back and forth. I've already had 2 collabs with the channel, only having, at the moment before this stream started, I think I was on 224? No, 25. 225. I think I'm 26 now because Vibe subscribed. But I think at this moment in time I'm fine. But if I become the next biggest fish YouTuber, then you're more than welcome, Salient. I'll make sure to keep you in mind. But yeah, as you're all in the chat at the moment, Salient, you've been a subscriber from early on, so I appreciate the interaction that you've had back and forth with me. Visitor, I'm butchering your name, mate. I'm so sorry. Again, appreciate you reaching out and being one of the first people to ask me to collab as well. I appreciate, again, obviously Fishco. I done a live stream with him the other day. It was a collaborative one. He invited me in. He may be joining at some point in the stream, or if anyone would like to join, you can leave a little request in the comments. I'll consider it. But obviously I've had words with Fishco. He may want to hop in at some point and give a little update, and obviously his people may come into my channel and my people may go into his. He keeps monster fish, so I appreciate him messaging me and asking me to join a live. Otherwise I wouldn't have started doing a live right now. I've seen that you could do lives for a while. I've seen that it's been an option on YouTube, but I didn't think that would be a good way to interact with the community until obviously doing that stream the other day with Fishco. Oh, and thanks for commenting. I didn't know if you were still in the stream, so I appreciate you still being here. But yeah, I appreciate everyone's kind words. Try not to get emotional. It's nice and it feels nice and it warms my heart, because this has been a hobby that I've been doing for 5 years now. I've been a part of the hobby for 5 years. Being able to actually talk to people about fish keeping, being able to be a part of the hobby and be able to make videos for fish keeping, it's great. And if I can make a job out of it someday, or like be able to educate people and teach people what I know, and like help new people get into the hobby and give them advice, then that would be something that I'd love to be able to be possible. Especially, again, it's so strange, and it's probably strange for you or for known people online, that they have multiple tanks, multiple setups. Yeah, I have one tank and I've kept with the one tank for almost 5 years. Yet you can see through the evolution video how I've learned how to deal with different. Obviously I didn't go into depth of learning to deal with different fish, but you get to see the type of fish keeper I've become now compared to when I first started. Because at the end of the day, I started with a SpongeBob pineapple, and don't get me wrong, I don't hate on it. I can't hate on fake decorations. A friend of mine actually, for my birthday, not for my birthday, for Christmas, it was a good gesture. It's not going on my tank. It may go on my tank in the future. Maybe even the bowl. Probably not the bowl, because I like aquascapes being natural and stuff like that, but I'll show you. He got me these 2 tank decorations. These are very cool if you like Star Wars. You got a small one. It's an 8080 Walker, and these are quite expensive to buy, so this is a small one. Yeah, I like them. I think I will use them in the future when I get a bigger tank. But we've got this one as well, which is a bigger one. So you got the baby 8080 Walker, or not 8080, yeah, ATAT Walker. You got the big one, you got a small one, nano tank, bigger tank. I don't know. I may use them, I may not. They're cute though, and I appreciate the good gesture of them. But unfortunately, I'm a bit stuck up, and I prefer my wood and rocks and plants, because I love the naturalistic look, if that's a word to use when aquascaping. But yeah, holding these, I need to put them away. But yeah, like as I was saying, I appreciate the support, I appreciate everyone's comments, I appreciate people being in the stream as well. We've got people from all over the world. Salient's from America, I believe. Aqua is from Canada, but he's originally from here. And we've got LH, who's the monster fish keeper, who is from further down south in the UK. So it's like great to have people from all over the world. Oh wow, welcome to the live home of the clown trigger. I appreciate you joining the live. Welcome, you new face. I think you may be a friend of Salient's. But yeah, it's great to have loads of people joining. Again, there's the tank there, and I'll start reading the chat now, and I'll have a little look, read through them, respond to you. Obviously, I go on a tangent, respond to one question, start talking. I know that's how streams are and lives. It's a bit difficult sometimes, but I'll try and answer all your questions. So let me scroll up for you for a moment. Can do, mate. I'm in a lounge at the moment, the Geophagus. Will be on tonight. Yeah, so LH will be joining later on, probably for a short bit. Because if anyone else wants to join, I'll allow them to join as well. Because if my viewers get to see your channels and vice versa, we'll all have like the same group of people that'll love our content. Sorry. So let's have a little look. You know what, Adam? You don't need a ton of tanks to enjoy the hobby or be the best creator. What you're doing is great. You know what? That's quite a wholesome comment. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that, Salient. I feel like with myself, obviously, I've learnt a lot through the hobby. Early on, made a lot of mistakes. I think everyone does, but you know, like talking from like LH is like newer into the hobby. He's got bigger fish. He's learning things. He's getting into planter tanks too. I've been giving him some advice on how to aquascape. Giving him like YouTubers like MD5FishTanks and Fish Up Matt and George Farmer, Aquarium Co-op. I was putting them onto them people because they're the people that I kind of learnt off when starting. But yeah, there's so many people in different levels, so it's great. And myself again, obviously, I enjoy my tank, and obviously having the one tank, the benefits of having the one tank. I was saying this last night to Escaped, or Aqua should I say. He was saying he was having difficulty and he wants to rescape things, and I was saying the best thing that I benefited from when having the one tank is that I've got a monstrosity of a fluval flex that doesn't barely look like, okay, it's got the body of a flex, but it has no filtration from the original flex. It has no original light, no original pump. It's got my own canister filter, my own light, and all the other things I've learned. So it's a cool thing. So I've modified it, and no one. This one, I mean, this is my tank. No one else has this tank. Everyone else has a fluval flex. Or, well, not everyone, but like the people that have got the kit, they've all got that kit. But I've made it my own. I've learned things through different videos, different creators, and the good thing as well, having a mind that constantly wants to change things and improve things. I've shown in my fish tank evolution video that the aquascape used to look different. It was the same piece of wood, and it was lovely the way it was. But for some reason, I had it in my mind that I wanted to flip it round and make a root structure, and like this is what I would have bought if it was a thing. But it's two different. It's like 2 or 3 different pieces of wood, quite more than 2 or 3 pieces of wood. It's small and big, but it's one large piece that like runs down like a root, and then you got the other pieces that create like a cave. So the plex live in there. The Episto likes to go in there sometimes. All the fish use the wood, and that's like my favourite part about it. They all use it. They stay in there. They breed in there. They do whatever. So that's like one of my favourite parts about the setup. Can I shoot myself? Okay. Look at Kev over at Caveman Aquatics. He had 2 tanks most of the time. Now he has like 5. Oh, that's cool to know, Salients. But yeah, that odd comment. Well, welcome to the stream anyway, Twin VR. I've never seen you before. I don't know if you're trolling or whatever, but welcome anyway. But yeah, so if you've got any questions anyway, I'd love to answer them. If you've got any questions at all, anything that you'd like to know about the hobby, anything that you'd like to know about me and the hobby, or my time when I used to work in an aquarium shop, anything like that, you can ask away. What canister? Okay, so I'm using, I think it's called EF. I've got the box up there actually. One moment. I think it's called, yeah, it's called the EF 150 aquarium external filter. Now, would I recommend this? I guess I would. It's a very good budget canister filter. Would I say it's amazing? Probably not. I know that there's way better canister filters that you can buy, but I'll show you now. That is the box of the canister filter. We got more comments there. So what fish have I got? I'll show you my tank in a moment. I'll get onto that in a sec for you. But yeah, it's like the EF 100 something. It's like from Aquarium All Pond Solutions or something like that. It's not the greatest filter, but it's a good canister filter. And every time I test my water, if I wanted to, which I don't recommend to anyone, you could drink it. So it's that clear. It's like, it's great for the fish. So I will show you now my fish I've got. So currently we have raccoon tetras. Oh, there's one of the stir bars. He decided to poke the head out. Gold laser corridoras, mini snowball plaque, bamboo shrimp, epistogramma hongschloy. You've got a couple of coolie loaches in there as well, and pandagar as well that loves the flow, as you can see over there. But yeah, I don't recommend anyone drinking it, but drinking tank water. But I think all of us as fish keepers, I think we've all had that moment where you've been siphoning or setting up a new filter and you've got a mouthful of fish water and yeah, no, we all know that feeling of having fish water in our mouths. It's not the greatest thing in the world. Gold nugget placos, gorgeous placo. I'd love to keep one. I think they get bigger, so that's why I've not got one in my tank. I've been smart about the stocking, so here's the thing. A lot of the fish, I've got quite a lot of fish in the tank. Now, a lot of people would think I'd have a large bioload in the tank. However, because they're all smaller fish, I think if you're a shrimp keeper or like a nano fish keeper, you know that the bioload isn't massive. So coolie loaches don't produce a lot of waste. Hara catfish don't either. Cories kind of. Plecos are very messy. So that's the one thing that has increased the amount of waste. But overall, the bioload and the amount of waste that happens in my tank is like very manageable, and every time I test water it's perfectly fine. And every time that's the issue. That's why I had more fish, but I've reduced it because for the fish's sake and to see the natural behaviour of the fish I've already got, I'd prefer to have less fish just to enjoy the ones I've got, because I just want to appreciate them. That's what me and I'm kind of changing as a fish keeper. But a lot of the shops were all, you know, they'd say, oh, you could add like way more fish into the tank because of the bio load that I had in the tank. So it wasn't too much to deal with. So I could add a lot more fish. But then, I don't know, when you've got an aquascape and a setup like that, you want to kind of appreciate how the tank looks, but you also want to appreciate the fish in it. So that's why I've lowered the amount of fish. So I'll get on to answer Mia's question. So when you mentioned before about the gift, would you like a more natural aquascape? What would be a good gift? I think everyone will laugh when I say this in the stream. A zebra placo would be an amazing gift. A zebra placo would definitely be an amazing gift because they stay small and they're worth a couple £100 or a couple hundred dollars or bucks, whatever you want to call it. So I'm joking around there. A good, I think a tank is a good gift. Definitely a tank could be a good gift. Maybe plants, aquarium plants. Even just buying fish food or rocks, anything like all the things that are in this tank. Any of these things for any fish keeper would be a great gift. Heck no, zebras are amazing. It is. I agree. I love frozen fish food. I love not myself. I know the fish do. I love using frozen fish food. I love live food. Live food is great. I've got a debate actually. I love live food, but my biggest issue with it is that because of the amount of fish I've got, I'm never able, like when you buy it, you get a lot of it, and it's quite cheap and affordable, but then it expires very quickly, so that's my issue with it. So I prefer the frozen food because you can just take it out the freezer, pop a block in, it lasts a couple months or more, and the fish love it, and it's easy, whereas you're not keeping some live bloodworms in your fridge with your parents, and when they open the fridge they start freaking out because they see worms in the fridge. Frozen food is the best food. Yeah, frozen bloodworms and frozen Daphnia I buy multi-packs from places, so glassworms great, blackworms great, I think tubifex is great. There's so many different types of frozen or live food that you can provide. There's so many options, but yeah, I love the frozen food. Do I take roids? I mean, no. Welcome to the stream anyway. No, I don't take roids. I don't have the physique to even look like I've got that. I do box. I do train for boxing and work out. But no, I'm definitely not on steroids. I mean, I've had to take a steroid inhaler when I had a really bad chest infection. But yeah, definitely no steroids in this fish stream right here. This is the entertainer thing. I'm learning how to deal with these different kind of things, I guess. But yeah, just seeing if there's any more new comments. Do you watch One Piece? Is that a fish YouTuber or is it a other YouTuber or series or something like that? Sorry for being oblivious. Yeah, I agree with that, Clown Trigger. You can get parasites and issues, and as well if the live food expires, which it can expire very quickly. It always ends up, as Salient said, that there's always the potential of having parasites or bad bacteria, and if it's out of date food and you're giving it to the fish, there's a chance of dropsy or many other diseases or just the fish dying in general. So it's not like the greatest thing to think about. I'd love to start making my own baby brine shrimp, but again, I think that's something that I'll probably save for when I get a fish room or when I move out, so that's definitely a thing. One Piece is a pirate anime, kind of. Yeah, well, I've never actually watched it, I'm sorry. The only anime I've ever watched was Hellsing, and it's like a vampire one, and it's really, really cool. It's an older anime, but it's definitely a really cool one to watch. If you ever want to watch a new anime, watch something called Hellsing. There's one called Hellsing, just Hellsing, and then there's Hellsing Ultimate, which is the newer version. But I recommend you watch the original, just Hellsing first, and then watch the Ultimate. Both really cool. my tugs with corals getting right. May I recommend extreme nano for fish? Yeah, I've seen the extreme line of food. Extreme looks like a great line of food. I think it's harder for us in the UK to be able to access. I think I've never seen it on the shelves before, but I do know over in the US and that side of the world that it's a lot more obtainable and it is a good brand of food. I do have something that I think you guys have over in America. I think it's Hikari. Yeah, Hikari mini algae wafers. This is great for the fish as well. Yeah, Salient. I think I've seen it on Amazon, so I may give it a go. But yeah, mini algae wafers. I'll show you what they look like. They're a lot less messier than the original, like big chunky green ones that you get. They're like mini ones, and the fish absolutely love them. I'll drop one in now actually. What are the odds that I'll stay out of frame. Watch the male Epistogramma decide this is now his food. Give it a minute. I don't know where he is, but I see him moving around. I think he smells the food. Yep. See, look who's come straight over. Yep. Right to the front. There he is. Funny enough, the tetras like it. It's weird watching tetras and other fish that aren't bottom feeders start eating the bottom feeder food. It's an odd one, but I guess fish food is fish food for a reason. Welcome to the stream, Axel. I was speaking to Salient earlier about getting moderators and stuff like that. I think once I'll probably start considering having mods once I hit 1,000 subscribers, maybe. By the way, I'm unsure if I'll be consistently doing live streams, just for the sole fact that I like appreciate the subscribe as well, Axel. But yeah, as I was saying, I'll appreciate having mods and having more live streams and stuff like that. So far I've gained a couple of subscribers, so it's been quite successful. But I'll consider having mods and stuff like that once I hit 1,000 subscribers. And I'll look into that. But yeah, I appreciate the newcomers coming in as well. Appreciate the people that I already know as well. But yeah, I see the views jumping up and down. It's great to see. But if you're still in the stream right now, make sure to spam the like button thing so it starts showing up with loads of likes in the little corner. Maybe I don't know if that is a thing on YouTube, but if it is, spam a load of likes and emojis and stuff like that. Say that you're still here in the chat as well. And yeah. Also, I've got a difficulty as well. If I look like I'm having to readjust my eyes, it's kind of because I wear glasses, but because I've got a ring light, it basically reflects off them, so it looks like I've just got two glowing eyes. It looks really weird. But yeah, I got the hoodie from, I'll be honest, a lot of the stuff I keep is real and purchased from retail and stuff like that, but I think I got it when I was over in Turkey, so I probably think it's a not real hoodie. I think it's either a made up one, or I think it's Palm Angels or Palm Angels, yeah. So it's meant to be the Palm Angels Selfridge as well. Oh, welcome to the live Drawing Academy. Nice to see a new face again. But yeah, basically what I'm gonna scroll up. I think it is a branded one. It's based on a branded one, so a real branded one. But I think it's been made as it's a fake. No, it's not a fake. I'd probably say it's a dupe, a duplicate or a copy. But yeah, anyways, getting back to the fish and stuff like that, I appreciate you saying that you like my accent. My accent, basically, I'm from Liverpool. If you don't know where that is, I'll tell you where it is. It's in the UK, the United Kingdom, and the reason Liverpool is famous is because there's a football team. You can see that there. And when I say football, I know there's a couple of Americans and Canadians in the chat. Soccer, I don't like saying that, but soccer is a soccer team, football team, we say over here. And we're also famous for the Beatles, if you know who the Beatles are. The Beatles were a massive famous band in the 60s and the early 70s, so yeah, that's where I'm from. My accent, I'm a lot more easy to understand, but there is people with a lot thicker accents, and then it starts sounding like and then you can't really understand what the person's saying. But yeah, I'm doing great. I appreciate you asking how I'm doing. I'm doing great. I've been in work today. Quite a busy day, but a good day. I work in retail. I won't say where because I don't know if I'm allowed to, but yeah, I work in retail, and yeah, it was a very busy day, but I'm all good. It's nice, and I'm feeling happy as well because I've got some nice, lovely people speaking back and forth with me in the comments in the chat. So yeah, I recreated the Beatles walking across. Yeah. Oh wow, that's cool. Did you draw that yourself? Ah, you're American. Yeah. See, we've got. I've noticed with my YouTube channel and my content. I don't know what it is, but like I've been getting into the algorithms or like into the feeds of like people from like America, Canada, that side of the world, and like I have got people from the UK, but quite a lot of American views. So nice to see you from over the pond. What beliefs? I'm respectful of all beliefs. I'm respectful of all religions. I am not christened, but I think like what the people around me are, like my family, they are Christian, so Christians, I think. But yeah, I wouldn't say that I don't believe in a God or anything like that. I just say that I'm optimistic. But yeah, I've also I have reading that comment. I've got people from the Philippines, India, Thailand, and also sorry to ignore you, Homer. Nice to see you from Austria as well. Another place that definitely a place that I'd love to visit. I'd love to visit Austria. Love to visit Finland. Definitely the US at some point in my life, or America. I think if the channel ever gets big, then I'll definitely go over them ways because there is a lot of collaborations that could be possible when I go over there. And I'd definitely love to visit many more places. Funny enough, I'll announce this on the live right now. I will be going to Poland from the 29th of January, so the end of this month, to the 4th of February. So I'll be away for 4 days. Don't worry, I'll have a video scheduled to come out, but as for shorts and as for lives, I will be responding to comments and stuff like that, but as for shorts and lives, I'm not at home, so I won't be able to make videos, and a holidays, so I'll be enjoying it with my girlfriend and my cousin and his girlfriend. So yeah, anyways, LH, yeah, sure, if you want to join for like a little bit, then I'll invite you in. So let me, I'm not sure if you're able to request to join. I think you have to request to join. Yeah, okay. Oh, you're going Hawaii again? There's so many places in the world to visit, and if I was able to visit them all, I would. But that's definitely a place that I'd like to consider when I retired. Just like sat there with the little Hawaiian instruments and just enjoying the sun and the beach and the water. I think there is like wild guppies in Hawaii as well, I think. Yeah, I could if I wanted to, but I think it's just going to be a short little one. But I'm not sure if you're able to request to join. I'll just start this for a moment, try this out. Here you go. So I have started a poll in the chat. I appreciate that comment, Salient. Yeah, like I don't. Here's the thing. I'm very transparent, and like what you see is what you get. I like to be honest with people. I'm sure my girlfriend's in the chat somewhere. She knows that like I don't hide anything. I'm straight to the point. But yeah, as I said earlier, my goal with this channel is to educate people, to grow more, and see how far I can go. I think they're my three goals at the moment. I want to educate people like I was once educated on YouTube through fish keeping. I want to obviously have an outlet for my creativity. I love making videos. I love content, and I think the best thing about it is that I've made videos in the past when I was younger. I had a gaming YouTube channel. It had like 500 subscribers or so, and views just wasn't great. Wasn't going anywhere. Wasn't doing too well. And I felt like I was just kind of doing it for the sake of doing it. But I did kind of enjoy it, but not. But that was when I was younger. What I enjoy now mostly is fish keeping, the fish keeping hobby, aquascaping, and speaking to the community as well, because it's hard to meet people in real life who love fish unless you walk in an aquarium shop and hold one of their employees hostage and start talking to them and chewing the ear off about all the different things you know about fish and the things you've done and learned and what they know, and before you know it they're telling you to go away because they need to see to another customer or get on with the job or the life. So it's nice to be able to talk to other fish keepers, and let's have a look at this poll. Everyone's saying that they love the live, which is nice to see as well. I'll end the poll there. You did a good aquascape on that. I'll call it the Adam7F tank. You know what? Sure, if you want to call it the Adam7F tank. If we want to tune back into that guy who said I'm on roids, then yeah, I must have been flexing too hard with the Adam7F tank, so he thought I was on roids. Oh, that's awful, Joe. But yeah, the Adam7F. You know what? I think it'll stick. The Salient, the Adam7F. It is. So I might even in the future start like referring to it in my tank updates as the Adam7F. But anyways, I'll see if there is any way. I'm gonna say Dome, Germany. Nothing about that. Creator tools. So it says that. Share. Copy. Right, so I think the stream's gonna pause for a minute. So if you just bear with me, I'll send it over to LH and see if he can join. I don't think he'll be able to join, fortunately, but I'll have a little look if he can. Oh, I love aquascaping. I've done. If you check on my channel, Fish Tank Evolution, or my Fish Tank Evolution or Journey, Fish Keeping Journey, you'll be able to see all the different scapes I've done. I have aquascaped my cousin's tanks. I'll have to try and collect the pictures and maybe put it into a YouTube short someday. But again, there's going to be a video coming out, 2 videos coming out soon. A collaborative aquascape bowl with Aqua, who was in the chat earlier, and I'm also going to be aquascaping my cousin's cube tank as well, and that's going to be really cool. So yeah, I don't think it'll let you, unfortunately, LH, which is unfortunate. So I do apologise for that. Right, see you later, Axel. Thanks for joining. But yeah, LH, I do apologise that you can't join. I think we'll have to do another one next week where you can invite me. I'm still trying to figure out how to sort that out, so I do apologise for that. Does LH have at least 50 subs? LH does. LH actually has more subs than myself. He has 530, if I remember seeing earlier. Yeah, I'm seeing if there's a way. Yeah, I'm seeing if there's a way that I can do. Does anyone know in the chat how to invite someone in? You need to sell. Yeah, the issue is, Mia, yeah, I might have to use StreamYard at some point, but yeah, I agree, definitely. So in the very near future, me and LH will do a stream together again. Once I figure out, I'll actually invite them into the stream as well. I think you have to do it where, like, you I think I would have to restart the stream. Would everyone in the chat be able to come back if I was to restart the stream, or would you prefer me to just keep the stream going? Just waiting to see what people are saying. I'll have a little look at that salient after today. I think if I do another live, I'll look into sorting that StreamYard out. But I know that there is an option to actually invite someone to do a stream. Yeah, YouTube you can, but I think you have to restart it. So basically what I was saying to everyone in the live at the moment, if you so I'll do a poll now. If everyone would like to vote, restart stream or keep it go. Just restart stream to allow guests to join or keep this stream. Here you go. So I've done the poll there. If you'd like to everyone's saying restart. Okay, so we've got 4 votes so far, so right. So it seems by majority everyone's saying to restart the stream. So what I am going to do is I'm going to restart the stream. I'll invite LH in because I did say to him that at some point I would like to have him on. I know that we've got a couple no's there, and I know that everyone's enjoying the stream. However, to allow LH in, because I did say to him that he was able to join in, and I do feel a bit bad, and people want to see him, I'll have to restart it. But if you're all able to come back in, please make sure to subscribe to the channel so you're able to see it show back up, and keep your eyes out for it, okay? So I'll see you very soon, so make sure to subscribe so you see this next stream. This next stream is literally going to come back up in a moment. I'm just going to sort it out. Thanks for watching. If you do leave, thanks for watching. I do appreciate everyone coming here today. I've had some great comments. Been great to be able to chat with you all. And yeah, see you later, or see ya in a moment.